Hi, one of us is Kristen.
Hi, and one of us is Erin.
This is
What a Drag.
Hey, Kristen.
Yeah?
Do you know who I interviewed the other day?
Who?
The most amazing. The one with the moves. The cream of the crop.
Do you mean DeVery Bess?
I do.
Well, I'm DeVery Bess. Got it because I started off with the name Jack Oliver. Get it? Jack Oliver? Just fake laugh. It's okay. It's great. It's my
so
soul.
Funny.
But when I was a part of a troupe at the time in Montreal, there was another person in the troupe that was named Jack. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll change my name. And then I went to theater school. I was in theater school at the time. And there was a kid in my class named DeVery. And I really liked his name. So I grabbed his name and I was trying to come up with a last name, which at first was Well Hung. DeVery Well Hung. But that didn't really have a good vibe to it. I was like, that's too much in people's mouth. Like, usually, but like, to say. So I was actually like sleeping at home and being like, what is my character gonna be? What am I gonna do? Why do I want, like, what is my character, DeVery Bess, DeVery, gonna do? And I was like, I wanted them to be the best. And I was like, oh my God, DeVery Bess! That's amazing! So that's how I got my name. That's, I guess, the first step. So I started doing drag in Montreal, and I was there for like two years. So I did like Toronto Pride, Ottawa Pride. I went down to the States and performed there. And then the Dukes of Drag stopped doing their stuff. And then I created the Bromantics. So after Bromantics, I moved here, joined the Fake Mustache. Actually, I have a funny story because I moved here right before the flood. So the flood came, I caused it.
You caused the flood.
The Calgary was just so happy to see me. It got so wet, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh yeah.
Joined the troupe, was working with them for the past till now. I still work with them. And then, I got hired at Twisted 2 years ago, 2016. I did some burlesque festivals same year. Won Miss Twisted that year as well. That was a really good year for me.
Yeah.
2016.
All you do is win. How would you describe your style?
My personal style, I would say like a hyperbolized, flamboyant, like dandy type dude. So I would say that a hyper masculine dandy, so like somebody who like dresses up in flamboyant colors and all like, a little dapper, but also like a little fun and a little more suave.
What do you think are some misconceptions of drag and drag kings?
I think that there's a lot of people think that that I do drag because I like want to be the other gender or present as another gender in my everyday life, which is not true. Like for the most part, I don't know. Myself, I found comfort in being a cis woman by doing drag.
Okay. Yeah.
Misconception: drag kings don't put effort into their stuff, which is lie, like a flat out lie. Like I know kings who spend hours coming up with a choreography. Mm-hmm. I know people who put hours and hours into costuming. Like
your jacket.
Seriously, just get up and be like, I painted this myself. Nice. Misconception: we don't put any makeup on. You go fuck yourself if you think we don't put enough makeup on.
There's a lot of TV shows and representation of drag queens, but I feel like drag kings are kind of left to the sidelines. Like, how do you feel about that?
I think that there's always a fear of change, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as like something like what someone perceives as drag, like they think like whenever you talk to anybody, everyone knows what a drag queen is. Like you can go up to someone and be like, "Hey, yeah, I do drag," and they're like, But you're a girl," and I'm like, "So I'm a drag king," and they're like, "What is a drag king?"
Yeah.
So if you know what a drag queen is, I'm pretty sure you know what a drag king is. And they're like, I still don't get it. I'm like, drag queen, but opposite. And they're like, oh, so you dress up like a boy? I don't get it. And you're like, here, this is my Instagram. And they're like, oh my God, you look so good. I'm like, I know you want to sleep with me now, but back off.
Another cool thing is the Reverse Racism Pride Yourself event.
So I'm producing a show called Reversed Racism. It is a show showcasing queer POC. So if you don't know what queer POC means, it's queer people of color. And I started this because of a lot of different reasons. Because I felt like there was that missing from our community. And I personally have always been like, you know, if I stay silent, things are going to get better. Like, that's how I went through my life. Like, when I came out, I just waited till I was done high school. Then I was like, okay, I'm out, and everything was fine. So I was always like, it's fine. Like, I don't need to do anything because we're progressing, even if it's slow. We're advancing. And then a white supremacist got elected to as the U.S. president, and I was like, okay, things aren't getting better because literally shit is still hitting the fan, and people like this is still happening. So then I wanted to start to pipe up and make a difference and change, because my silence is not changing anything. My silence is just aiding in more oppression and more torment that I'm putting upon myself. So I started to speak up about it, and that's one of the reasons why.
I think that's really cool that you're taking it upon yourself to like go out and do it. I think that's awesome. Are there any other shows that you're participating in that you'd like to plug?
Butt plug.
Butt plug?
So every Saturday night at Twisted Element, I host a show called Twisted Variety Night. So every Saturday night you can come down at 9:30 to be a part of it, no later than 9:45. Let's just be clear, if you're later than 9:45, I will tell you to go home. So 9:30 you can perform whatever talent you have. The show, if you want to watch, is at 10:30 to 11:30-ish. Depending on how many people we have. It's going to be really fun. It's really great. The crowd is always phenomenal and busy and packed and fun. So that's every Saturday. But there's a lot of shows that are going on during the year. So always keep an eye out. You can find whatever I'm doing on DeVery Bess Drag King page.
That was all my questions.
All right.
So thank you so much for coming. But plugging yourself for the internet.
Plug myself for the internet.
Yes.
Give me 1 second. Oh, no, just kidding. I'm DeVery Bess. You can find me, as I mentioned before, at DeVery Bess Drag King. Yes. On Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I don't know, in real life.
Real life.
I'm here in YYC Calgary. You can find me at Twisted Element every Saturday night, or at the Fig Mustache once a month on a Thursday, or producing the show Reversed Racism. It's going to be exciting, and I am excited to see you all there.
Wink.
Yeah.
So, thank you for coming on our show.
Yeah, no problem.